Also, anyone out there who's watching probably feel like, hey man, you're trying to do your thing. You know what I'm saying, you're trying to, go out there and build whatever you're trying to build. You know what I'm saying, and whether that's music or an exhibition, you're trying to go paint on a canvas or do whatever. You know what I'm saying. What you're gonna get with when you're trying to go build and trying to create your stuff, right, is that especially like with my trauma culture, what I'm speaking to is that you're gonna bump into people, man. Like, example, if I met this girl a while back. I did an interview with her. Not the Jessica, got her name, not Jessica. I posted a video, little snippet here, you know what I'm saying, but not that video. But I talked to another girl, but this was outside Streatham, you know what I'm saying, a bus stop, and she does canvas painting, and she has like a room, like a garage or like a room full of just her painting. She's really good at what she does, you know what I'm saying. She had a dog, and just had a bit of a conversation with her and met her up another time, you know what I'm saying, and she told me this is like she's really good at canvas painting, like acrylics and oil pastels, but she does a lot of acrylic painting. I'm saying I'm really good. I've seen the artwork. She got like a social media channel. I'm saying, and then I asked her like, so what would you struggle with? And she goes, nothing. But like when she does her work, when she's trying to do an exhibition or something, there's people in our community that would just come up and talk down on her. I'm saying, or talk bad on what she's trying to do. I'm saying, and I said, man, you gotta get used to that shit, man. I'm saying, whenever you're trying to do something, people's gonna always talk about you. And look, I got told this by an entrepreneur when I went to a conference in Excel and another place which was in Manchester, right? Is that like people, if nobody's talking about you, then that means you're not doing anything. So I'm saying, sometimes people got to be talking about you, talking bad about you, talking about you, your work, what you're trying to do, and talk bad about what you're trying to do, because that means you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the most hated people are the most loved people. I mean, look at history. You know what I'm saying? Look at Napoleon Bonaparte. Like, some people might be like, oh, he's an emperor of France or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But he came from humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Some like island called Corsica. Then he became a general, and then when he became an emperor, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you is, man, geniuses are great people. I mean, like, look at Steve Jobs, look at Apple, look at the people that have come before us, man. Like, you got to get talked bad about. You got to be critiqued negatively. People got to be talking about it. Somehow they got to be talking about you before you make it or you make history. You know what I'm saying? So Nobel Prize winners. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever comes to your mind. You know what I'm saying? Albert Einstein's theory, like when he proved Newton wrong and came up with the theory of relativity. So when E is equals MC, when his theory came out and he started talking what he was talking about, a lot of people thought like, you know what, Einstein's theory is wrong, blah blah blah, and they critiqued him and shit. You know what I'm saying? It proved Newton wrong. You know what I'm saying? Theory of gravity or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But what I gotta tell you, man, like, you gotta be critiqued, you gotta be talked about, and it's part of the game, especially on social media space. I'm not trying to be like, I had my journey through social media, you know what I'm saying, but I want to make my platform accessible for people just like me, an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying. One day, like I say, one day we're in Hammersmith, another day we could be halfway around the world, you know what I'm saying. So, hey man, it's about appreciating what you're doing, you know what I'm saying. So, and also, you can never, and you can never, the only time you ever quit is when you give up on what matters, you know what I'm saying. And I gotta tell you, man, it's all about the hustle, you know what I'm saying. They asked Elon Musk, of Tesla, SpaceX, right? The entrepreneur, like, when was when he had his launch, SpaceX launch, and he failed 3 times. He tried to get one of his rockets or space rockets up in the sky, and he failed 3 times. They asked Elon Musk in an interview, like, the guy asked him, like, so you failed 3 times, when are you going to give up? And he goes, the only time I ever will give up is when I'm fully decapitated or fully like buried 6 feet under. That's the only time I give up, to say. So it's an entrepreneurial spirit just to get it going on, man, on your worst day, on your good day, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes, we're just trying to make history, man, you know what I'm saying. And it's all about, knowing that sometimes it's just never going to work, it's just not going to work out. Because it's not going to work out doesn't mean it's never going to work out. You just got to graft and hustle, man. I mean, all this is built by someone who was told they can't do it, I'm saying. So if someone could do it, why can't you, I'm saying? It's fine. It's fine living in a place of abundance and inspiration than lack and thinking life has to be complete chaos when it doesn't, I'm saying. You make your life. You gotta just, know what's your truth and what you're here called to do, I'm saying. Once you find your purpose and what you're trying to do and why you're here and what you're called to do, things get easy, man. So I'm saying, maybe maybe Brown might not be the next Bill Gates with 300 billion. So I'm saying, I wouldn't want that much money, anyways. I mean, even if you look at all those billionaires, they don't even wear really expensive clothes. I'm saying they wear a simple T-shirt. I'm saying, but what I'm trying to allow my culture is it's okay to dream, bro, and as much as you got have this imagination of this vision of what you're trying to manifest, right? You got to put the work into. I'm saying, and sometimes people might feel like where these videos going. I mean, this is an accumulation of content I'm willing to share, and I promote people, I promote me, man. When I promote the Caribbean culture, I promote the Caribbean culture. I'm Sri Lankan, I'm from Southeast Asia, I'm saying my family, but I promote Samoans. I've met people from Samoa. Obviously UK because I'm in England, so I'm saying I promote each, I'm saying, and I promote South America. I was living with the people from Egypt at one point, and I got real knowledge of just the Egyptian history, the pyramids, the Tutankhamun, what's that pharaoh's name? Akhenaten, Pharaoh Akhenaten, of Egypt. The history of how Akhenaten came into power and he changed a nation back in Pharaoh times, right? From polytheism to monotheism, and he told everyone that worship the sun, worship the sun god called Ra. You know what I'm saying? And he brought monotheism from polytheism. There's a lot of rich history in Egypt. So hey, I'm an archaeologist, but I'm gonna go on a piece of love and hey.